All right, rise and shine. It is Merleworld card time. It is my very first episode, Merleworld After Dark. So let's hit it up. This is my first time I'm using Melon, not StreamYard like most people. So what's up, Rob? Let's get it. Yeah, let's get it done. OG Card Scammer. What's up, buddy? What's up from Washington? Yo, 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 in the house. I love it. It's going to be my two favorite fans. Probably my own people watch. Two people watching, but who cares? I wanted to get this show on the road. And if I haven't talked to you all, what's up, Axel C? Good to have y'all here. I didn't think I was going to do this, but guess what, everyone? I want to share with you all. I'm a little under the weather. My girlfriend had a little cough, had a little drizzle, little sniffles in my nose, and my girlfriend started freaking out. She told me to go get a COVID test. My neighbors had still an at-home kit downstairs, so I went down there, got a kit. And folks, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm pregnant. I am pregnant. CNT. So I'm on day 3 of COVID. I'm pretty much getting over it. I got a booster, so all I had was this nasty little cough for about 2 days. I might still cough talking too much, but I went to Dallas and all I got back was I didn't get a lousy t-shirt, but I did get a lousy COVID. But it was damn worth it. I had a blast. Dallas was a lot of fun. If you had not seen Between Two Slabs with the great curator and I, we went there. It was my first time at the Dallas show, and I went as a dealer. Thank you, Axel C. I am getting better, but I am stuck. I am cooped up in my office guest bedroom right now. And as you can see, I'm a little congested, but it's really not that bad. But again, I got my booster shot, so I can imagine if I hadn't been vaccinated, what I can imagine, because I know a lot of people who got sick, who weren't vaccinated, and who got sick before there was even vaccinations. And from hearing their stories, I was too freaked out to be not get vaccinated. So I wanted to be doing this, and I wanted to go live after Between Two Slabs after Tuesday night. But I did 2 live shows back to back when I came back after Sunday. I did a live show with Flipping Steve on Monday night. And then, of course, I co-host Between Two Slabs with the great curator. So so I am feeling okay now, and I'm trying to sort my cards out, trying to get ready for a show. I was going to go shoot some content tomorrow down in Newport Beach. I forget who the name of the promoter is, but I know the great curator is setting up there. So if you don't follow him on Instagram, go to the great curator or follow him on YouTube, which, he's got a great show. He's blowing up. He's one of my comrades, and he helps me a lot selling and dealing cards. He was a lot of great help. So I'm not going to go to the show. I'm stuck here. And I said, well, you know what? I can breathe a little better now. I'm not coughing as bad every time I talk. So I was like, I am stuck in this room. I am going to do a show if I like it or not, and use you guys as guinea pigs right now. So I'll probably have like 5 people watching right now. How many people I got? Oh yeah, 5 people. I love it. God, that's even more than I expected because there's so much going on. I just watched Sports Card Anonymous. He was doing a live stream with Neo and another guy. And I think that FD, I'm sorry, FD, if I'm, invading your territory, but I just wanted to do a show because it's 8:30 Friday. I might change it. This is just kind of spur of the moment, but I might change it. Y'all let me know. I just subscribed number 420. I love it. Don't mess with a hobby. I love it. Thank you, man. Thanks for the fast recovery. I am feeling better. My girlfriend is in the living room watching TV, having a better time. I wish I was in the living room watching TV with her, but she doesn't want to be exposed to me. She's going to get tested tomorrow. She's making me go get tested again tomorrow to see if it's gone away or not. So I'm going to go to the park and get a local test. So we'll see how we are. But guys, I am getting better than worse. So that is the good news. It wasn't too bad. and I've just been organizing and ready for the next show. I think Dan, the great curator, and I are going to go to Houston for the TriStar show in about 2 more weeks. So if you all are going to that, please come see me at my table and Dan. And if you got any weird, oddball, unique card stuff, bring it to the table so we can show it on our next video. Also, we will be, I think Flippin' Steve as well will be at the Atlanta show. I believe that's at the, what is that one called? The something collective? I forget. If you know the name of it, Sports Cards Radio just had a funny video. Oh, I have to check it out. But if you've seen it, let me know. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So I'm going to try this out, even though Dan usually does this, and I read it. Axel C, what's up, guys? Don't mess with a hobby. Bro, enjoy quarantine. Use it as a creative time. Enjoying fart recovery. You mean fast recovery, but I'll do fart recovery as well, man. Yeah, fast recovery. You definitely corrected yourself. Oh, thank you. Just subscribe 420. I love it. I wish I could do some 420 right now. Bad throat though. I do have some edibles, but it'll put me to sleep. So, I have some with like CBD and everything, but I sleep on it and everything. But this show is going to be called Merleworld After Dark. And I want to, be a little more edgier. It's definitely not going to be for kids, unless your parents, get your approval to watch the show. But I don't want to offend anyone or anything, but I'm going to have it after dark. So it's 8:30 Pacific time, which is where I live in Los Angeles, believe it or not, because I have a Southern accent. But I have lived in Los Angeles in the middle of thick of Hollywood for 25 years coming up. It'll be 25 years come July the 2nd, because I think I moved here 1997 after I graduated film school, and I drove across I-40 and made it to Los Angeles like the Beverly Hillbillies. And I have been here ever since. And if you don't know, I am in the film industry. I've done everything. When I moved out here, I was a directing major. Then I became a set designer. And then I worked for Playboy. And then I worked for like those, Cinemax late night shows. That was a fun experience. And then I became a DJ. And then I did DJing for 10 years, opened up for a lot of famous DJs, and that was a lot of fun. Lived like a rock star. It was a fun time. Did parties, events, raves, clubs, tours, you name it. It was so much fun. And then I was like, that was a fun life. I need something more I can sit down on. So I went back to school for editing and learned Avid editing, because that's what all the movies and big shows do. And I became a film TV editor about 6 years ago. And I've been doing that ever since. And now I'm doing content because of COVID. And I'm enjoying this even more. And I'm not stuck in a closet, not really meeting anybody editing. I mean, I am editing, but I've been having the pleasure of meeting all you guys out there. And I met a lot of my viewers at Dallas, and I was just totally tickled. So if you hear a lot of car noises and police sirens, because I live in Hollywood and there's a lot of noise, in the city. So I don't have a surround or a soundproof room. So my apologies. And I'll probably have some more guests. I'll probably start having a lot of guests, a lot of YouTube people, promoters, anybody that is affiliated with this hobby. I'm going to have them on, and maybe people that you've seen over and over again, and a lot of new people too. So I want to get everybody a chance, and I love to meet some new people. So if you would ever love to be on this show, hit me up, get a bottle of wine, and excuse me, there I go. Let's talk. So let's see what else I have. Mervin says, so late in the East Coast. Yes, it is. That's why it's called Merleworld After Dark. So it's going to be late night, but thanks for staying up on a Friday. Axel C, I just gave my resignation of a job of 5 years, going to focus harder on the hobby and dealing. Tickets have been really doing it for me. And you mean by the tickets like sports tickets and concert tickets that you're reselling? And are these graded? Axel, I think you told me they were, and I think I've seen it on your Instagram. But are you selling concert and sports tickets and vintage and modern? Because, man, I wish Someone told me, you don't also, if you don't know anything about me, I love concerts. And before COVID, I went to several concerts per week. Before I met my girlfriend, I went almost every night to a concert. Seriously, like every single night. The Hollywood Bowl, the Fonda, the Troubadour, the Roxy, Hollywood Forever Cemetery, everywhere. It was so much fun, man. And I still love concerts. I never missed even a Coachella. I missed my first Coachella, I think 2 or 3 years ago. That was the first one I missed. I was just like, I've seen all the different acts and I was kind of over it. And I wasn't liking the lineup. So I didn't go. And then, of course, COVID happened and I missed that one too. But I might go this year. Let's see how it is. I haven't adjusted so well. I'm still in the West Coast time. Oh, really? So you stay up late. Rob says, great news at Axel C. Congrats. Let's see here. Then Rob says, too bad that Q on your shirt isn't a C. It could stand for at Texas caught COVID. And it's not, Rob, it's not a Q. Actually, this, let's see here. I'm trying to figure how the 2022 is the year of the card show and the scammers. But if you don't know, like I love concerts. This is actually the band A Tribe Called Quest. Did anybody listen to them in the 90s? I saw like their final show ever in Los Angeles at the FYF festival, which is originally called Fuck You Fest, but it was called FYF, and they were headlining. But Fife Dog wasn't there because he had passed, so it was only Q-Tip. But it was a great show, and then later that night was Grace Jones. Amazing show. Oh, thank you, Vintage. OG Scammer. I hit the Super All show in Auburn first weekend. Auburn, Alabama? Or where? Where's that in Auburn? Hit the second weekend in Portland. Oh, Auburn must be Washington or Oregon. Are these good shows, OG Scammer? How are the shows in Oregon and Washington? Vol Rent. What's up, Connie? I'm trying to use to this thing. Show string. Let's see here. Axel C. Soccer game tickets. I have some great, but mainly raw. I focus on all periods, but have more modern by far. I've been finding tickets for 5 to 10 from Europe and have been flipping them 3 to 10 times over. Oh man, God, I can only imagine. That is definitely an untapped charted territory. Definitely some unstruck found gold, probably low-hanging fruit too. And you have some graded, but mainly raw. Do you get your raw ones graded? And are the graded ones still low-hanging fruit? Let me know. I'm really interested. But God, I can imagine selling the tickets. What was your biggest ticket sell that you've sold of the soccer tickets? OG Scammer, the world going digital and old school LB love cards, cardboards, and paper. Hear ya. Let's see here. Rest in peace, Fife Dog. Thanks, man, OG Scammer. You know who Fife Dog is? Yeah, it was pretty sad. But Q-Tip said that would be his last show ever. So it was very bittersweet. And I had to have a T-shirt. 90s hip-hop, rap the best. God, wasn't it, man? I loved it. Loved it so much. That brings back Fear Memories, Tribe Called Quest. What is your favorite Tribe Called Quest song? Mine is Benita Applebaum. Do you have any graded comics, Merle? No, but I owned a lot of comics in the 90s. I had a lot of the Valiant comics. Do you remember those? I think I mentioned that on Between Two Slabs the other night when I was really into it. And I had, all the Spawn comics and, all those, the Carnage and the Venom ones, all the Spider-Mans that were hot. I had all the Death of Supermans, and I made a living in college, like selling those. I would buy cases from a dealer either in Knoxville, Tennessee, when I was at University of Tennessee, or back in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, that I knew dealers there, and they would, suggest that, Merlin, invest in me in a couple cases, sell these at an X amount of price, sell them much lower than the dealers at the shows, just you want to get rid of them. You don't want to have those comics anymore in that box when you left. And he was right. Both of them were right, because it was more important to make that money that I had money, because you didn't want to be sitting on it, because it was such a junk comic era, was the early 90s, the mid 90s, that you did not want to have that stuff anymore. And it's probably not even worth anything anymore these days, except those Valiant comics were getting popular before the junk wax and junk comic era. If anybody remembers, those like Harbinger, and there was like a Dinosaur or Turok, the Dinosaur Hunter, and there was a couple other more, but they were really cool. I actually enjoyed reading those comics. I'm surprised they never did any movies regarding those subjects or characters. Auburn, Washington, Portland, Oregon. Let's see here. OG Scammer says, Auburn, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Everett, Washington, great local shows, 50 plus tables, sold out, extended to Saturday. Sunday it's growing and opening my own show coming soon. Well, let us know. Hopefully Dan and I will come up there. Oh, rolling with FD. Actually, I thought you were actually having a show tonight. I was just trying to do this and hopefully not have anybody, but I have 12 people. I'm pretty surprised for the last minute show. FD, I'll have to have you on here pretty soon, like everybody else. Check out FD. If you don't know who FD is, Rolling with FD, you can find on Instagram and YouTube. The same with Rob. He's got the 19th vintage, but he's got some really cool cards. He's got a great show. I'll leave the links in my description at the end of the show. But Rob is 19th vintage. I think Rob is out of Arizona or New Mexico. Correct me if I'm wrong, brother. But really good show. Definitely undervalued, underappreciated. So check 19th vintage out and Rolling with FD. Both great guys. Again, sorry, I'm all stopped up. I am fighting COVID. I'll be okay. It was just minor. I have my booster shot, but I'm stuffed up. Can't even say it. Stuffed up the nose, and I have a little phlegm in the throat, and I'm a little coughy. But I'm stuck in here in my guest bedroom. My girlfriend won't let me go outside, so I'm stuck in here. So I was like, I have to do a live stream. Are you still submitting to HG? I would like to submit to HG, but they're giving me a little issues. I have like a 10-day submission with them, and I am up to almost 50 business days. 50 business days, not counting, like I said, weekends, not counting, excluding holidays, 50 business days on a 10-day submission. I was hoping to have those cards back for Dallas. Unfortunately not. I have no clue when I'm going to get any of these cards back. I have 60-day cards that were sent at the end of August, and I was hoping to have those cards back by the playoffs, or also the college playoffs, because I had some Bryce Young cards, autograph cards, and some Brian Robinsons and Spencer Rattler, who was a big flop this year, but they were autographed. I knew Alabama was going to make the playoffs, so I was hoping to sell those cards at the playoffs. Unfortunately, those 60-day services are on 90 days at HGA. So I told them I am not submitting any more cards till I get my very last submission back from them. And who knows? And I was like, what's going on? I finally heard back from somebody today. I was like, you know what? When am I supposed to get mad about the situation? Like, how many more days does it take that I have a right to get upset? And they were like, well, Mr. Pack, we understand. We're sorry. We're about 30, 40 days behind. And I don't know if that's the 10-day service. So I'm going to probably get my 10-day service after 50 days. I'm going to get my 60-day, maybe 100-day turnaround. So I've got, a week and a half before it becomes 100 business days. So I'm kind of fed up. But the reason I sent some of their cards there was because of the thick cards. I didn't want to pay $150 to PSA or $300. And I wanted the cards back in time. I wanted, a 10-day turnaround, or at least the worst, a 20-day turnaround, so I could have those cards graded in a slab for my shows, or something that was, hot, on fire. And I didn't want to, mess with the either too much pay or waiting forever, 40 days through HGA. Plus, they grade thick cards, and I wanted my thick cards. Woo. Graded. There you go. So I'm going to wait for a while. I've been submitting a lot of stuff now to HGA, but a lot of my mid-tier stuff I'm kind of done with everything right now. So I'm not really submitting any mid-tier stuff, only high tier right now. And that's going through PSA. And a lot of my regular size cards, not the thick ones, I have submitted to SGC and at $30. And I think they have like a 30 to 40 day turnaround. And I've already, 40 to 50 days, I think even. And I've gotten those cards back before my HGA 10-day service. And that was $55. So yeah, I'm going to wait, man. How about you? From Los Angeles, now in Arizona. Yeah, Rob, I knew you were in Los Angeles. And then Rolling with FD, no show for me tonight. Mervin says, thinking of getting a graded Science Spawn News edition. And then Axel C says, it's an advantage that I'm a crazy soccer fan. So knowing my history and moments helps me a lot. The best deal I grabbed recently is a lot of 15 tickets for $40. And 4 of them are worth around $300 to $500. Woo, boy, man. And then Mervin says, I was more of a Spawn guy. Yep. Who didn't like McFarland? Definitely. But we got 13 people. I'm glad to see everyone. And then what I'm going to do here in a bit, I'm going to open up. I just got it. Is a Upper Deck Hobby AEW All Elite Wrestling box. I'm going to open this up here in a few more minutes after I go through all the questions and answers. We'll see how that is. I got a new camera, so I'm ready. Nice high end. So we'll see the details of this. And I'm trying to get everything running. So let me know when y'all think I should open up the box. This is all, I'm a guinea pig right now, so we'll see how everything goes. You don't mess with the hobby. Rolling with FD. I love it. Axel C. Oh, and no, I don't grade them. I buy raw mainly. I bought a few graded, but the good finds come raw. I can imagine. Definitely hidden gems. And I call that mining. Anytime when you go searching for new, undiscovered stuff, it's going to mining. And I spend hours on it, especially sometimes till 3 or 4 in the morning. And I go mining on the internet for some rare cards or, either sports or non-sports. And if you saw underneath my ticker right here, that the next show I will be at will be the Cardstock Trading Show. I know I'll see FD there. It's on January the 29th. And 30th, so Saturday and Sunday. That's a week from tomorrow. And I will be there on Saturday, not Sunday, because I have a prior engagement. But Chris of Cardstock Trading Show will be having a big show at his new venue. I can't wait to see the new venue next week on January 29th and 30th. I also think 30th is the AFC and NFC championship games for the NFL. And I can't wait for that. Go Chiefs. I don't know who you all pulling for. Let me know who y'all pulling for. Let's see. Go here. Full Metal Gems. Hey, Merle. I've enjoyed AEW so far. What do you think WWE needs to do to turn around their viewership? Roman is the only watchable storyline for me right now. That's exactly right, Full Metal Gems. Their storylines, their booking, and their writers are just terrible. I mean, I can't remember when it was this bad. This is just like the worst. It's just like they've given up on storylines. There's nothing. And they're just panicking and things get switched around like overnight storylines do. There's no long build storylines anymore. I mean, we had that great one with Brock and Roman Reigns, but poor Roman Reigns, ended up getting, I think, COVID during Royal Rumble. So we really haven't got to see beginning of that, and that's okay because at least hopefully they'll have good writing and this will build up to WrestleMania. I will predict Brock Lesnar to beat Bobby Lash. What's going next? It is the Royal Rumble. Gosh, the Royal Rumble when is it? It's pretty soon, isn't it? But I think Brock will beat Bobby Lashley, and then they'll have the build up for WrestleMania with Lesnar and Roman Reigns. But after that, It's okay, man. Bobby Lashley, I think this is his and Lesnar's first match ever. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that will be pretty interesting. And I think when is Royal Rumble? Is it this weekend or next weekend? But I love AEW storylines. There's all kinds of. They're having the best writing, the best booking, the best like everything, and even like the mid tier, the low tier are even having good tight storylines. So they are really like working really tight storylines between the low and the mid and the upper tier wrestlers, and I'm very very impressed with that. And that's making me enjoy wrestling back in the days of the Attitude Era back in the '90s, because back in the Attitude Era in the '90s, not only was WWF's writing and booking strong, but they also had great competition. I think that's what made all the writing and the booking strong back then, because um, you had ECW out of Philadelphia, which was Heyman's league, and then of course WCW was at its full strength in the mid '90s with the NWO and everything. So everything was hot, and I think you have to have all these leagues and independents being strong and writing, having good booking, and that will push all the other leagues. But right now, it's kind of one-sided. I mean, I don't watch Impact or the other ones, or I heard Ring of Honor is coming back, so I don't know. I want to watch them. Rolling. Oh, Titans. Oh, you're pulling for the Titans. That's where I was born, Nashville, Tennessee. But, I'm not a Titans fan. But I do like them. But I am a Chiefs fan, guys. Derrick Henry. Yes, he's going to be a beast if he comes out strong and healthy on Sunday. Rolling with FD, keep it positive, our hobby. Agree. A-hole Roman is the best version of him for sure. Exactly, I do agree. I went to the Royal Rumble where Vince McMahon won. What year was that? That was obviously the year I missed it. Yes, first time Bobby and Brock meet. That's going to be a good one. The knock-knock joke Brock did was hilarious. I heard he's gotten really funny. So the writing for Brock's dialogue has gotten really good, I heard. And there is probably SmackDown tonight, so I haven't got to watch it yet. Axel C. I remember in the late 90s flipping the channel back and forth between Raw and Nitro on Mondays. Good old days. Yeah, I would have my VCR already and either watch one live and then watch the other one after that one was over on my VCR, and also at college. Mervin, I remember watching ECW, the real one, laughing out. My favorite wrestlers were Mike Awesome. And remember Sandman and then all those like cane matches and everything? It was crazy. My ex-girlfriend in college, she lived in Allentown, Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia. And one of my Christmas presents once, she got me tickets to go see ECW in Philadelphia. And that was a treat. So anyway, how many people we got now? We got 13. I think it's probably the max I'm probably going to have. I don't have, a lot of famous fans yet. Let's see here. 1999, where Rock and Mankind had the I Quit match. Oh, that was a good one, wasn't it? Oh, man, those were so good with Mankind and Rock and all the hardcore matches. And remember Al Snow with the head? I love the head. That was one of my favorites. And, with Hardy Boys and all the ladder matches, those were the best. So let me see if I can open up. I'm going to turn on my camera here. So I'm going to switch it. Can't wait to show off my new camera. Let's see if this works. Can't wait. All right, there it is. Let's see what I got. I just bought this one like 2 weeks ago. It arrived. I think I paid like $200 for this box. And this will be my first live rip I've ever done. This is my very first live stream all by myself. As you all know, I've been doing Between Two Slabs with a great curator for the past 2.5 months, and it's going great. So I was like, I need my own show where I have my own guests coming in and we can just shoot the shit and have a drink and have a bottle of wine or beer or whatever cocktail you want. Or if you don't drink, that's fine. I'm actually not even a big drinker. I don't even drink by myself. I only drink with friends. I'm a social drinker. I don't like drinking that much, but I like the taste of it. So let's see. I'm gonna oh, what's this? Mervin? He has a Luca and Mahomes, yeah, RPA. I do. I don't like talking much about it. Everybody gives me hell because they want to sell them, but I was thinking so much about it that I want to just keep them in the vault. I think they're going to do well. I'm going to see how Mahomes does. I have a few Mahomes rookie auto cards in the vault as well, and a couple other Lucas. And do you know? Oh, let's actually. I want to read the very first. Let's read this, okay? This is from PSA. I know everybody's been all over YouTube, and this is the official statement regarding Mark's cards. This was a PSA from their tweet. I went to their link, and it says here, let me get a drink here. PSA says, this is an unfortunate incident, and our top priority is protecting the collectors who may have been impacted by the bankruptcy of Mark's cards. We are currently requesting detailed account information for Mark's cards for the impacted orders. We will not be charging customers for the return of the cards other than shipping. As of yet, we have not received payments from Mark's cards to grade cards in our possession as a result of this incident. We'll be making changes to our group submitter requirements, including a new order, upfront deposit, and more robust policies around late payments. We will also be requiring all group submitters to bring their accounts current in order to continue service with us. We ask for patience while we sort through this expensive and labor-intensive process, with the end goal being the return of the cards to the rightful owners. If you have submitted cards from Mark's cards that you believe to be at PSA, please email CurielJ@collectors.com with Mark's cards and the subject line. I'm sure if you've been viewing my show right now that you know all about this, but the reason I brought that up because Mervin said, he has a Luka Mahomes card, and the very first card I ever sent to PSA back in 2019, summer 19, was an autographed, numbered out of 10 Patrick Mahomes card, and PSA tore it, just ripped. It was just terrible, and I still made them put in a slab, and I think I got a 2 out of it, and I can't believe it because I've got some cards that look way nice, and I get like a 3 on them. And this card looked like the dog chewed it up and spit it out, and I still got, I think, a 2 or 3. They gave me money, like $700 or whatever for the card. I ended up putting on eBay like a year later, and I still got like $1,500 for the card. So I still made a lot of money, not like I should. I was very upset because the reason I bring this up, because Mervin says that, again, I have a Patrick Mahomes RPA. The issue with PSA with Mark's cards about, having a submitter, and the reason I bring that, the whole ripping my card, my first submission ever, is because I already have issues with graders directly with them. Like, I already have issues from the get-go with PSA. I've had issues with BGS. I've had issues with HGA. I've had issues with SGC. I've had issues with CSG. I've had issues with RCG. I've had issues with every grading company ever. So why do I ever want to submit to another submitter and have more issues with them? I just feel like it's just building issues. I mean, that's just my take on it, and that's just how I feel. That's my taste, but that's also my experiences too. So I don't want 2 issues piling up on top of each other. So I'd rather just deal with my issues directly with that grading company. I don't know how you all feel or why you all submit to other submitters and groups, but I've heard horror stories. I've heard like other people, keeping the money and not getting the cards submitted, and they've never the cards back. And I know there's honest people who will do it, who do love doing this, but there's also a lot of scammers and bad people. And during COVID, I feel like COVID has also brought the bad people and the scammers, and if you saw the issue that happened, I have it recorded on Instagram, and Dan's shown it to you all time and time again, of the incident in Dallas with the people trying to sell the fake Jordans in the fake BGS, raw slabs or whatever, the raw previews, or the other guy that, there's just been a lot of bad stuff, and then the bad etiquette of the backyard breakers. Finally getting a nice Trevor Lawrence Kaboom gold card, and then not wanting to give it away, but you just promised to give it away. You have to do it. It's not. Don't get greedy. Everybody's getting a little greedy, folks. I'm trying to enjoy this, and that was the whole reason I bailed out of the card and comic book market industry back in the 90s. It just got too overwhelming, too oversaturated with everything, and just too damn greedy. And that just made everything just like pummel. So let me give, and it's just crazy that happened. So let me get back over here. But we shouldn't be doing this. Like, I want to enjoy it. I love meeting people. I love having people at my table. I love when people come to my table and go, "Oh man, that is so cool, Merlin. Look at that Betty White autograph, or look at that Macho Man Randy Savage, or look at those Boba Fett or your Marvel cards. Those are the coolest things. Oh my gosh, and there's Nintendo with He-Man cards. And oh my gosh, look at those Luca cards, and look at those Pat Mahomes." I just like seeing people's reactions on their faces, and that's the reason I became a filmmaker, because I love going to the movies on opening night. I love going on Friday night at the premiere, and I like to get right in the center, and I love watching people's reactions while they watch the movie. And that's why I want to be a filmmaker, and this is also why I enjoy doing what I do in the card world. I love going to the shows because I love seeing people's reactions. It is priceless. That means more to me than money any day. I don't need the money for this industry at all. I have my editing. I have my other jobs. I am fine. I'm only doing this because I love people, and I love meeting people, and I love talking to people. And me, I can talk to you for hours on end till you tell me to shut the hell up. So there you go. Let's see what else. Okay, Mervin, I sent 2 Mark's cards, 2 items back in November, so I reached out directly to PSA earlier today. And what did they tell you? What's up, Rick NorCal? Rick, what did you submit, Mervin? How much does Mark's cards charge per sub? Yeah, how much is it? 19 Vintage Rob, I submit everything myself. There are many benefits of doing so. True. Rick NorCal, I agree. I do my own submissions too. I'm on the West Coast. Then Mervin says, low-end DNA encapsulation stuff. Not really expensive, but I would still like to have it back. And if anyone knows, I met Mervin at the Cardstock Trading Show several months ago, maybe 6 months ago, Mervin? And he actually brought me one of the cricket cards. He was one of the guys with the cricket cards. So now he lives in, I think, New Jersey. But I can't wait to see you again, Mervin. When will I see you again, Mervin? Rick, cool. Have you thought of submitting yourself, Mervin? So we have a lot of conversations going around between everybody. So let's open up the box of this before my camera dies. Okay, let's do it. And then I'll come back and I'll answer some more questions. Let's do it.
Hey, what's going on? This is Terrence from BlackBeachWeek.com, and let me tell you, I got a very special guest this time. His name is Rick, and where are you from, Rick?
Arizona.
Arizona. He's been a member of Hedonism 2 for how many years again?
Since 1988.
How many times you say you've been here?
40 times.
40 times. Why? I mean, why? What brings you to hedonism that many times?
The wild women, the wild women, the ripping and the tearing, the ripping and the tearing.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. So what have you done this whole entire week?
There's no other place in this universe like hedonism too.
None. None. You hear that? 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 See, do your dance. Do your dance. Do your dance. See, this is. Now, ladies, I mean, I can't comment, but.
Stop the track. Let me stay back. Give me a minute and I'll be right back.
I got enough to say. Terrence, BlackBeachWeek.com. Memorial Day weekend, hedonism 2. Be there.
You act like I just got a beat in the number one diva in.
All right, everyone, here we are. Oh gosh, let me go there. There we are. Here's my box of cards. Merleworld After Dark, yeah, because it's all about the ripping and the tearing, the ripping and the tearing, the wild women, the ripping and the tearing. So let's open up a box, and I set up my camera, idiot me, and I blocked my drawer, my desk drawer, so I can't get in, open my box cutters or my scissors. So I had to use my car keys. So lesson learned, pull out my box cutters or my scissors before I do a show next time. So I have not opened up any boxes of these yet. And if you all have, let me know if you've opened up any and if you've pulled anything awesome. So what I'll do is pull all these out. Here we go. And I always put on my gloves because I hate watching a lot of these shows and people just do it barehanded and they look like they've been digging in the dirt for all week. They've been gardening with their own hands, burrowing in. And watch me, I just ripped my glove. So I love wearing gloves because I don't want to get my oily fingers and my COVID fingers on these cards. So I'm very OCD about that kind of stuff. So there we are. Let's open one up. Rippin' and the Tearin', the Rippin' and the Tearin', the Wild Women. So card collecting will get you the Wild Women, the Rippin' and the Tearin'. All right. Okay. So this is a magazine. Oh, it's Sammy Guevara. Like that. Is it a guaranteed autos per box? Let me see. What's it say here? Look for autograph and memorabilia cards. So that's all it says, and it's a hobby box. And that's all I know. So we'll find out. I have no clue. Brody Lee, may he rest in peace. I gotta figure. I'm left-handed, so I gotta figure out the smoothest transition to pull a card out. Christopher Daniels. This camera is really nice, isn't it, guys? I need that for my regular camera. Colt Cabana. There's Frankie Kazarian. Main features. There must be an insert. Oh, a magazine cover of Chris Jericho. Joey Janela. I haven't seen him wrestle much lately. And Dr. Britt Baker. It looks like a base card. DMD. So, okay. Rick Norcal says, what did he say, Rick? Recently bought a bunch of retail boxes from Target. Oh, there are AEW retail boxes. Someone told me there wasn't going to be, but why would they put hobby on this box if there wasn't going to be retail? So, I need them to sell well because I want them to do high-end cards of these as well. I want higher end because these are more like Donruss or Hoops version for wrestling for AEW. And I want high-end. There's Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks. The Bunny. Ooh, I like the Bunny. Woo. I like to be a bad bunny. MJF. Is this a Different one? No, it's just, is the base still kind of gold on the stripe there? I don't know if that's any different, but I think there's some kind of prismatic backgrounds if it's a rare, like, parallel card. Oh, here, what's this? John Moxley, upside down. Oh, look at that, everyone. Scored an autographed John Moxley card. Nice. So there is an autograph card. It says the Mox, and he just came back last night from rehab. So I am very, very happy. OG Scammer, just kidding, love you, brother. Family's all sleeping. Let's go. Let's get some ripping done tonight. Oh, what'd you say? Sorry, I missed your last one. What the heck is going on? I was just showing my grandmas and family. My friend Merlin, you show kids are in tears. Oh my God, Merlin, what kind of family show is this? It's called After Dark, dude. Do you not see the background with the lady in the tub? That is not my girlfriend, but it's just a model that was free use, so I used it as my background. So to show that it's a little risque. It's kind of like Hugh Hefner, Playboy After Dark. I don't think, so that's what I'm saying. So these are all, so these cards are, like I said, just like Donruss or Hoops. So they're all going to be sticker autographs, not on-card autos. They just try to get this, product out quickly. And this one is numbered out of, is that 4 of 25? But yeah, really nice card. That one, I love it. And then the champion, Adam Page, main features. Yeah, and that's a insert, MF25. That's another insert with Adam Page. And then here's Kenny Omega magazine cover. Then Ortiz. Yeah, Grandma learned about the ripping and the tearing, the wild women. Club Hedonism. You should take her there one day. It's a lot of fun. Matt Jackson, the other young buck. So already second pack, and we got a John Moxley auto. Yeah, FD. I love FD's comment. Colt Cabana. Taz. Remember, he was ECW. Taz was huge in ECW. Luchasaurus. I saw him wrestle at Bar Wrestling, which is no longer because it got the hashtag Me Too. But it was a lot of fun. It was over at the Bootleg Theater in Hollywood. It was a total hipster joint. And I've never seen so many hipsters, Hollywood hipsters too. Like total Hollywood hipsters at a wrestling match. Everybody getting drunk and everybody is like around the ring just chanting and getting crazy and having a great time. And he was attending a lot of these. This is before his AEW days, a few years ago, like 3. SCU, Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky. Ooh, here's a kind of a parallel. It looks like, is that Brody Lee? Yeah, it is Brody Lee. Is that numbered? That's pretty cool. I think that's a parallel. And then I'll definitely here is Cody Rhodes. Rhodes took success. And is that that's a insert card too. Justin Roberts. And then Anna Jay, who is super sexy. One of my favorite wrestlers to look at. Anna Jay. I think she's with the Dark Order. Get some more here. Okay, I'm trying to figure where to put everything, guys. What did you say, Rob? Reminds you of House Party? That's no turtles. That's ass. Here's another Brody Lee magazine cover. Brian Cage. Where's he been lately? I mean, I saw him wrestle a few months ago, and I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen Miro either. Nyla Rose. I guess they're on the independent circuit. Maybe they're with Impact. I have no clue. Oh, that's a canvas card. Does anybody see this? Pretty cool. Canvas. So it's definitely a different texture. That's a keeper. Another Colt Cabana. John Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose from the WWE. Frankie Kazarian. There's a lot of him. I think he got his ass whooped the other night. And then here is Jurassic Express, which I love. I think they're the tag team champions right now. Do y'all like Jurassic Express? Who is your favorite tag team in East or AEW? Evil Uno. Tully Blanchard. Now, remember when he was with the Four Horsemen with Arn Anderson, and then they went to the WWF, and they were the Brainbusters, managed by Bobby Heenan. But my favorite was when he and Arn were part of the Four Horsemen with Ric Flair, and then whatever rotating person was with Lex Luger, Barry Windham. Can't think of other people. Ray Phoenix. Kip Sabian. Taz. Main features, Ray Phoenix. Look at there. Billy Gunn, he's looking really like cut lately for his age. He's great. Because I saw him about, 10 years ago when he was reuniting again with Road Dogg, and he looked fat and bloated. So he's, looking great, and his son's, pretty good. Cool storylines for, lower to mid-tier. And then QT Marshall. I've seen all those. If you watch AEW, you know that these guys all come in and out. And I think they, do a lot of independent stuff. And then you don't see them for a while, and then they show back up whenever, randomly. Dax Harwood. Oh, here's a gold cover of Orange Cassidy. I like that. He's on the shirt, too. Is he on? Well, here's another canvas. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Of Luchasaurus. It's got its own number. First edition. Santana. Those guys are great too. Main features. Another cover of Britt Baker. Miro. Oh, there's Miro. But what's happening with him? Anybody know what's happening to Miro? And the Butcher and the Blade. I don't really see much of them wrestling either. Oh, the Wild Women, the Rippin' and the Tearin'. That's going to be my new motto. Young Bucks, the Jacksons. I saw them wrestle a lot during the PWG Prime area. That was the first time I got introduced back to wrestling, was in 2016. That my friends took me to the Reseda Elk Lodge, or whatever the hell it was, whatever lodge, in Reseda in the Valley. And it was PWG, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. And these guys were like the main eventers, along with Adam Cole. Powerhouse Hobbs. He's another guy that I saw a lot at the bar wrestling. Hikaru Shida. Ooh, yes. My future ex-wife. There she is. Oh, man. Chris Jericho. Taz. Sting main features. Scorpio Sky. And then Hangman Adam Page, the champion. Let's get this moving. Woo! Woo, baby! All right, Private Party. Christopher Daniels. Kip Sabian. Wardlow. And I think that's a rookie for him because there's no other cards of Wardlow. So I'm trying to find an autographed Wardlow. If you know of any, or if you have one for sale, hit me up on Instagram, because I am looking for an autographed Wardlow card to get graded and to bring to shows. He's definitely a future star, and I see him feuding with MJF very, 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 very soon. And next, Shawn Spears, Cash Wheeler, Ricky Starks, and then Riho. She got her championship belt on there. She's a great competitor. a tiny thing, but she's really good. It's pretty cool to see her do her acrobatic moves. There is a magazine cover again of Orange Cassidy. So Chris Jericho, Brandy Rhodes, Cody's wife. Oh, double Rhodes. So look at this, these two. One's a blue stripe, and then one is a gold stripe. I don't know what the difference are, except that color of that stripe. Oh, this is cool. Evil Uno. Look at that. Evil Uno of the Dark Order. I'll put that aside. Oh, this is neat too. Mark Queen, top rope. I don't even know who he is that much. That's pretty neat. And then here is Brian Cage. And then Penelope Ford. What do I have next? Besides the ripping and the tearing, folks, there is another MJF magazine cover. Here is Penta L0M of the Lucha Brothers. Big Swole. Oh, that's pretty cool. Sammy Guevara. That's a gold magazine cover. Tully Blanchard again, and that's got this unique prism kaboom looking cover or a stripe to it. See the kaboom? Ricky Starks. Hikaru Shida, magazine cover. And Marquin. I haven't seen him wrestle hardly at all. There's a few people who are missing that I want to see again. Because what happened to the storyline with what Dante Martin and the other guy that came from NXT, the little short guy? And they were a really good tag team. And then he went to Team Taz, and now he's feuding with Taz. So I missed that storyline. I feel like I've been watching it every week, but somehow that storyline jumped around everywhere. If you know what happened, let me know. Axel C. What'd you say here? I wish I knew more about these. I stopped watching during Stone Cold days. They look pretty good, though. They are. I just wanted to. They've been burning on my desk all week, so I really wanted to show these cards. Remember Tony Schiavone from the WCW days? Now he's back. Because I feel like all these guys are from WCW from the 90s. Santana. Another Tony Schiavone with the gold stripe. Matt Jackson of the Young Bucks. Main features. And then his nemesis. Another main features. A Penta L0M of Lucha Bros. Lance Archer. And this one has a blue stripe. And Lance Archer is now feuding with Adam Page. He came back and everybody thought he was a babyface. Then he turned around, brought the chair out, and attacked Adam Page last week. Arn Anderson, blue stripe. And then another Dustin Rhodes, but not a gold dust. But thanks for watching this with me, guys. Thanks for the 9 or 10 of you all that wanted to watch my show tonight. Spur of the moment. I was just I wanted to open these, so I started setting up, sick. Like I said, I have COVID. Here's Sting. So I'm glad to be doing this and sharing this with you all out there. Orange Cassidy. And I've got 2 cameras set up. I don't know how to do them simultaneously yet, but I will learn. But right now I'm just going back and forth. Mr. Brody Lee. Oh, that's really cool. Brian Cage. Look at that prism. Dax Harwood. Oh, there's Jungle Boy. Love his song. Jungle Boy. Oh, Abaddon. Okay, that looks like one of my Tinder dates from 6 years ago. I ran to the Hollywood Hills, hiding from her. Luckily, my girlfriend looks better than that. Okay, they love these magazine covers. I don't think they're anything rare, just magazine, except that gold one. Matt Jackson. Yes, Jungle Boy is Luke Perry's son. That's exactly right. Tay Conti. Who loves Tay Conti? I do. Me. The Dark Order. I don't know what's happening with them. Evil Uno, the Dark Order. A lot of Evil Unos. A Lucha Brothers canvas. Pretty neat. Look at that. Ooh, another red top rope with Darby Allin. One of my favorites. I love Darby Allin. Okay, I'm going to hold that one. Put that one to the side. Another Darby Allin magazine cover. And then Pac. I think Pac's a great wrestler. Again, you don't see much of him. But I enjoy watching him wrestle and his storylines. He's really good with the camera. The Butcher, he's very scary looking. Good villain. Matt Hardy. I heard Jeff has left WWE. They might be reuniting in AEW and having a tag team, reuniting as a tag team. What do you all think about that? Tully Blanchard. Brandy Rhodes, main features. Delete. John Moxley. And then Inner Circle. Then Nick Jackson. And remember Jack Hagar, when he was in the WWE, he was, I think, a champion at one point. Now he's in the Inner Circle with Chris Jericho. Okay, what do I have next? I have 2 more left, guys. 2 more left. And then we can talk about more oddball stuff. Nia Rose. MJF. Like that one. SCU. Santana. Luchasaurus with a prism. Kaboom looking thing. Main features Chris Jericho. Sting magazine cover. And Shawn Spears. And then last but not least, my last pack. Nyla Rose. Oh, there we go. Wardlow. And then a gold magazine cover. I guess that's a parallel. Another one of Nyla Rose. Oh my gosh, how many Nyla Roses can I have? A canvas Nyla Rose. Scorpio Sky main features. Best Friends. Used to watch them at PWG all the time. Chris Statlander. That's her rookie card. She's got a pretty promising career. A lot of people like her. And then last, Cody Rhodes. So as you can see, one box has one autograph only. There's a few parallels. I don't think there was anything numbered unless I'm overlooked something. Let me get back to the main cam. Let me get, and then we'll talk about more. Oh, there we go. And that was it of all my wrestling packs. What do you guys think about that? Dr. Baseball, let's go Tito Santana. And remember, he used to be the luchador when they started getting a little more comic bookish. And then Dr. Baseball goes, can you show the Santana? I think that's just the guy's name. I don't think he's Tito Santana. He could be related. I don't know. Do you know if he's related? I do not know. Well, anyway, that was my show for today. Thank you for my very first Merleworld After Dark. And thanks for watching me open the ripping and the tearing of the Upper Deck AEW 2021 hobby box. It was a delight. I'm probably going to do this more. Oh, what does Rob say? You have any Chelsea Green? No. Who's Chelsea Green, Rob? You have to text me and let me know. I know you sent me some YouTube links on your text messages. But anyway, I'm going to have more people on the show. This will be, this is my experiment for tonight. Thank you for hanging in and putting up with my experimental first ever Merleworld After Dark. It's going to be a lot more fun. I'm going to show you a lot more crazy videos. We'll have a lot more guests on here as we go down the rabbit hole through this year of 2022. So anyway, y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all later. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.